yeah, so I did color my hair green. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up. This lighting doesn't really like do this hair justice. I'm gonna have to take a picture like in the sun so you can see how green his hair is, but it's what I was going for. Like, I was going for green that's not really noticeable, but you can kind of tell at certain times. And so I've gotten a lot of compliments on my hair. I'm gonna do a review, or not a review, I'm gonna do a video on how I achieved this color probably later on the day, but right now I'm just doing a quick get ready with me. I'm about to go to work, so I decided to throw on some makeup, be cute, maybe get some more tips that way. We'll see. Sometimes it works, sometimes, you know, it doesn't, but, you know, sometimes you just want to be cute for work. So I'm actually gonna put some of this cocoa butter formula skin therapy oil on my face. I just washed it, so my face is clean. I'm putting a little bit of this oil. This oil, you guys, I have to say, is literally magic. Like, I already went through a bottle, but to be honest, like, I probably spilled like most of that bottle. But this oil is it's good for acne scars, it's good for fine lines, it's good for a lot, you know, it's good for your skin. Okay, next I'm going to prime my face with my Becca Ever Matte Poreless Primer. This is good for people, I mean, y'all already know. If you're watching this video, you probably already know all about this primer. But basically, it's good for people with oily skin and people with pores. And I got both, so. So, I don't really use much. It is summertime, so I probably could use more, but it's not like I'm really going anywhere other than work, so I'm not really like trying to prevent my makeup from coming off that much, because I'm just doing this for y'all, really. Okay, so next I'm gonna put on foundation. It's really hard not to put on this foundation. It's the Chanel foundation right here. I just have a sample. I really need to go buy a bottle because this is like liquid gold, like literally. But this foundation is like really up there on the pricey side. Pricier than most high-end foundations that I've came across. This foundation is, I think it's like $56. So yeah, it's not cheap. That's why I'm always grabbing samples when I can, but I do want to get a bottle because this stuff you do not want to run out of. Like, honestly, I shouldn't even be using this right now, but it's just that, like, using anything else, you're not gonna be satisfied. I promise you. At least all of the foundations that I've tried, I haven't been satisfied with the outcome of my makeup application. Only with this. Like, with this, I feel like it just looks so good all the time. The only problem that I have with this color is that sometimes it makes me look a little bit on a reddish side, but it looks flawless all the time, so I can't really be too mad about the redness that I get sometimes. But what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna add just a drop of this oil to help move this foundation, because it is a dry foundation. Well, it dries pretty quickly, and kind of want to work with it really fast. When you go to buy it, they advise you working at one section at a time, which is what I usually do, but I'm trying to hurry up because I'm always late to work. Can't never get there on time, so I'm trying not to be always late to work, even though I'm always late to work. So it's a little dried out, and it's probably because of the little thing. It did look a little dry in here because it's usually runny. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more, add like a drop more oil to my brush. I switched brushes. I was using this one, R6, but it's already packed with foundation, so it's not moving around too well. So I went to my G36 Morphe brush, and I'm just gonna help move around this foundation a little bit. Yeah, so it is fast drying, so I recommend using the foundation as it is intended to be used, and that's like one section at a time. Yeah, just like buff this into my forehead because it's already dried and it's not moving as much as I would like it to right now. But like I said, this isn't no professional makeup tutorial, because I'm just going to work, and I just wanted to, you know, put up a video for you guys. It's been a while. I'm gonna have to get some more of this on my forehead, because you don't see that. I look crazy, right? Also, I ain't playing on the sample packets, y'all. Like, they either give you these, they usually give you these little black ones, or they like fill some up with this if they run out of these. So I ain't playing on sample packets. And don't nobody tell me I'm cheap. I'm planning on getting a bottle. It's just that, you know, $56 on foundation is, you know, hard to spend. It's really hard to spend unless you really got it like that. And like with all these financial issues that's been coming across lately, like, you know, I really can't afford to spend $56 on a foundation right now. But I will get that bottle, I promise, real soon. Sooner than later. I don't like to rush my makeup because, like, there's always like patchy areas somewhere, but hey, like I said, it's just work. I usually go with no makeup to work, so. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm about to just go ahead and work on these eyebrows. I'm going to use Love Addicts by NYC by Demi. What I use is small. I use it all the time. I like it. It's cheap. It's basic. I recently picked up this one from Ruby Kisses from Beauty Supply Store. It sucks so badly. It sucks so badly. Don't ever buy this. But I am going to use the brush end of this one, and it does come with a sharpener as well, so that's what I'm going to use to sharpen my NYC eyebrow liner. Okay, and like technically I don't really have to fill in my eyebrows, but they're not perfect. If you guys watched my previous video, one of my previous videos, I did get my eyebrows microbladed, so these eyebrows are not of my own. To be honest, like before, I always had to draw on my eyebrows because they were non-existent. If you don't believe me, go back and watch that video and you will see. So yeah. I'm just filling in my brows, and yeah, one trick, well, I don't know if it's a trick or it's just like maybe like a little rule of thumb that I use to help fill in my brows, but as you can see, like I always start at the bottom and just fill in the bottom, and then I comb it up, you know, and then I fill in as I go along. But yeah, it helps give that hair-like illusion when you do it like that, you know. like not too uniform. So I usually like to draw an extended line from the bottom of one eyebrow to the other to help, you know, angle the two eyebrows as evenly as possible. And then I use this brush. This is from Coastal Scents number 8 brush. This is the sole purpose. This is the sole purpose of this brush. I just use this to blend out my concealer under my eyebrows. It does an amazing job of like not smudging my brows and blending out that concealer perfectly. So this is the sole purpose of this brush right here. I use it for nothing else. Yeah, so once you clean up your brows, obviously go back and you know, sometimes you get concealer on parts of your brows that she wasn't trying to conceal, so go back and, you know, clean that up. Okay, and then I always, you know, blend out the middle part of the brow. A lot of girls don't do that, and even though the other parts of your eyebrows is really sharp, really bold, and very defined, if you just blend out the center part, it'll make them look so much better than just like keeping them like blocked off. And so a lot of girls don't do that, and it makes them look a little bit crazy. At least in my opinion. They obviously think they look good because they're doing it. So that's just my little trick. I hate that. When you have hair in your mouth and you're like, where's this hair coming from? You try to take it out and it's... Or what sucks too is when you're doing your makeup and you have hair stuck on your face somewhere and you're trying to remove it without scratching, putting a scratch into your makeup, and the hair won't go nowhere. You don't even know where the fuck the hair is coming from. That's annoying. So I'm using LA Girl Pro Concealer in the orange just to correct under my eyes a little bit. I don't think I said, but I used LA Girl Pro Concealer in Toffee for my under eyes. Yeah, so that's what I do. And then now I'm going in Warm Honey, and I'm putting that under my eye. Actually, I'm gonna start on my eyeshadow. So I'm just going to put down a base concealer right now, and this is LA Girl Pro Primer, high definition eyeshadow primer. And I really like this stuff. It's super cheap and I feel like it helps get the job done. And you know, as a brown skin baddie, you always got to put something on them eyelids to help make them colors pop, girl, you know. Alright, so what kind of look am I going for today? I don't really know. I do a lot of I want to say like my main focus when I do makeup, and not just intentionally, it's just like what I gear towards when I'm like trying to do makeup real fast and don't really know what I want to do. I know that certain colors always compliment me and always look right, and I can like make them look nice, and so those colors are purple, browns, and greens. And so today I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna go for a green look, just to, you know, play on this whole green hair thing. So I'm going to dig through my palettes and see what I want to do. I think I want to do like something like a smoky green look going. So I'm just gonna I'm just winging it here pretty much. So taking my M517 and I'm going into my Coastal Scents palette, and October is a staple for me. It's one of the colors that I use probably all the time in all my makeup looks as a transitioning color. So I'm just gonna go. Okay, so I had to delete a bunch of stuff off my camera. But back to this quick makeup tutorial. So you can see I'm just buffing Oktoberfest into my crease. Y'all see it? It's not that noticeable. And if you obviously want to make it more noticeable, you can add a little bit of water. Or as you can see, well, I don't know if you saw that, but when I did put on the primer, I only put it on my lid. So like if you really want like colors like this to really be noticeable, I would put it all the way up to my eyebrows, to be honest. But I do that sometimes. I didn't today because, you know, it's not necessary. It's just a transition color, and I'm not trying it to be like excessive. Like I'm going for a cute everyday. Is there an everyday green color? I don't know. But I'm going for a subtle smoky green. So let's see how I can achieve that right now. So I'm going to use this green coloring. Actually, I'm gonna start off with a darker brown to use. So I'm gonna go with this one. I want to say this is Chocolatier. This is Chocolatier, or yeah, it's Chocolatier actually. So I'm going in with Chocolatier, and I'm just with my Morphe 412. Going in with Chocolatier, and I'm just gonna put that in my outer V. So what I'm doing right now is like, you know, allowing some dimension to peek through the green with the brown, and then also, you know, allowing that darker green a base to, you know, darken up, a darker base to put on instead of my own skin, if that makes sense. So it'll hopefully, you know, be darker and create a nice green smoky. Okay. You know, my biggest problem, and maybe it's because my eyes aren't even, or maybe my application is wonky or shit, I don't know. But like my biggest problem when putting on eyeshadow is getting my edges on both sides to look identical. I feel like this side always looks better than this side. Don't know why though. So that's always like a big problem for me. Not necessarily a problem. It's just, you know, slightly annoying as, you know, a makeup person. But yeah, so next I'm going in with this green. Yeah, I'm gonna get the names of these eyeshadows later. I just don't want to waste more time trying to figure out all the names of the eyeshadows that I use right now, okay? So they will be in the description bar, if not posted on the screen as I am talking to you. So this green is looking a lot not green. Nah, it's not looking green at all, to be honest. But it's okay. It's okay. You know? It's all about trial and error. So this color doesn't come up as I would like it to. But it could be because I did put that brown underneath it. So, you know. But I don't really have time to be changing stuff right now. So we're just going to roll with it. So the next I'm going in with this green color right here. And I'm just putting that in like right in the outer 1/3 of my eye. Just to help transition this crease shade to my lid shade. So that's what I'm doing. And then next, going into the beautiful Nubian 2 palette by Juvias Place. And I'm getting Egypt, this beautiful green color right here. And just grabbing some of that. Oh, look at that. Look at that, you guys. Can you see? Like a beautiful green. I love this green color so much. And I'm just placing that right on the lid. I'm doing that on both sides. So that's what I got so far. I don't know what else to do with this. Okay, so I'm just gonna take just this flat eyeshadow brush. As you can see, just this flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going in with that same color, this color right here, and I'm just gonna put that underneath my eye. Just blend that into my outer V area. So I'm gonna just go in with my Juvias Masquerade palette and go in with this playful green right here and just highlight my inner corner with that. So it's very bold, brighter green. I'm actually thinking about throwing some of this blue in there as well, just for funsies. Why not? So, and the reason why is because I feel like it really brings out the bluish green in my hair. Hair is supposed to be just like it's supposed to be, my hair is supposed to be green, but it's more like an aquamarine blue color, like a darker aquamarine, more on the greener side though, but there's like hints of blue in it. So I'm like actually gonna do some fading some of this into my lid, so it doesn't look so like standoutish, because it's like, oh, green, 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 and then where the blue come from. So I'm just gonna blend that into my lid so it doesn't look so like it came out of nowhere, you know what I mean? See, now I'm not sure if I'm really feeling it like that, because I feel like inner tear ducts is supposed to be like on the lighter side. So I'm gonna go in with this lighter blue and actually put that in my tear duct. What am I doing? I'm you know, this is what I do, okay? I experiment, I change shit up. Like, I'm not no perfectionist, like, you know, I just do what I feel like looks decent. And even sometimes when it doesn't look decent, once you throw some eyeliner on it, it brings the whole look together. Okay, so I'm going in with my eyeliner now.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I can like change about this look, but now that I incorporated the blue, I probably would put some blue on the outer V, like some darker blue on the outer V, to incorporate that blue, but I don't know. Does this look even...
Okay, so I said I was gonna go in with Warm Honey. I'm actually going in with Fawn, which is a little darker than Warm Honey. I like use both of them interchangeably, but I feel like Fawn blends more with my skin than Warm Honey. Warm Honey is lighter, but it blends too. You just gotta really blend it in. And then I have my Sacha Buttercup here ready. And I'm using my Morphe R10, and that's what I like to pack on the powder under my eyelids. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend in that under eye. And this isn't like, I guess, your normal makeup tutorial, because usually I have time and usually I'm not rushing, and usually I like to really sit down and think about what I'm going to do before I do it. So this is just like what Jay does when she's, you know, rushing to get ready to go to work. Like, she kind of just throws on stuff and people compliment her anyways, because, you know, the skills are ill enough to always look decent, you know. Let's just say that. I got ill skills to always look like I did the damn thing even though when I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. Okay, so just gonna take the excess of whatever's on my blending brush, and I'm just gonna pat that in areas that I usually would highlight, but I'm not gonna spend time doing that today. Okay, so on days like this, I sometimes contour, I sometimes don't contour. You know, it just depends on how much time I have and like what I feel like doing. I always usually highlight though. I don't highlight only when I forget to highlight, but usually the time like I'll highlight. But contour, you know, it just depends. So I'm taking my Morphe R8, and then I'm also taking my Covergirl Queen in Ebony Bronze, and I am contouring lightly contour, quick, simple, nothing too crazy. Hit the sides of my nose. You know what I'm saying? Get under. Shape up that jawline, get that jaw snatched. So I did want to put on lashes, but I don't have the time to try and figure out where my lash glue is at right now. So I'm just going to just finish up with some highlighter, Draw Cosmetic Lucy, using my M512 brush, and just hitting the high points, you know what I mean? Hitting the high points, blend that shit in, you know, get it all in here. I like to use my M516 to also highlight under my eyebrows. Yeah, this brush is perfect for under the eyebrows. So yeah, you know, I did plan on doing something with this hair and doing something nice on camera or whatever, but like I really don't have the time right now. So I'm just gonna put it up into a ponytail. Plus, I don't wear my hair down at work, at least not since well, I'm a server, so we don't wear our hair down anyways, but I'm trying not to allow this hair to touch my shirt because my shirts are white. Hair is green. It's turning my shirts green.